guys, it's Jennifer and welcome back to Busy Being Jen. I'm here today to show you what I got in my premium starter kit from Young Living Essential Oils. Now, let me just tell you that I, first of all, was really inspired to get this. One of my viewers, Stephanie Alexander, hi Stephanie, told me about this and said, you know, would you like to have some samples to try it out? And I probably would normally have said, oh, don't worry about it, except for that I've been curious about essential oils for a little while. So before I show you what's in here, let me just say really quick that I already had a diffuser that I had gotten last fall, mostly because I was so upset after losing my dogs in both in the same month, and gosh, I was so sad, and I was wanting to uplift my mood, and so I got this diffuser and some citrus essential oils, and just kind of thought maybe this will help me. And then I just didn't really stay into it very much, didn't really know much about them. I didn't buy very high quality essential oils at that time. They were just ones that I found at Sprouts. And anyway, then I had been seeing this doctor, actually a physician's assistant, who was helping me out with some pain I was having from a jaw injury. And while she was using modern medicine for things to help me, and actually even prescribed narcotics for me for a while, and some anti-inflammatories, just kind of prescription kind of things, she also made up a thing of essential oils. I don't even remember what was in it because I wasn't really into essential oils at the time. I just remember that there was ylang ylang, because it's a weird sounding word, and so I remembered that. But anyway, this roll-on bottle of stuff that she made for me was supposed to reduce inflammation, and I don't know how effective it was because I was in some pretty severe pain, just some damage, you know, that I had from TMJ and stuff like that. And so I don't know. I mean, I'm interested now to try it for pain to see, and you know, with something that's not quite as painful as that was. But that intrigued me, that somebody who was into regular modern medicine was also encouraging me to investigate essential oils. So then I also had a women's event that I went to, and it had a lot of different things, home related stuff, you know, little ideas, DIYs for different things. And there were a couple of girls there who had a table set up, and they had essential oils. And so it was a different company than what I'm going to tell you about today. But so then I started thinking, well, maybe I'll look into this. So when Stephanie suggested it and sent me some things to try, I thought, all right, you know, I'm just going to dive in. So anyway, what I got was this premium starter kit. There is a basic kit, and then there's a really expensive kit. And then there's the premium starter kit. I chose to do this one instead of the basic because the basic kit had these little tiny packets of essential oils that would have been a good thing to kind of give things a try. But this one had bottles in it, and I thought, you know, if at the very least, so I don't just drop, you know, just tip a packet over and lose all the oil that was in one of those things. So also getting this, it came with a diffuser. So I got to choose one of 3 diffusers, but the first one, the one I got, was free and included in the kit. It's this cute little teardrop thing. I'll pop in a picture so you can see. Apparently the regular cost of this is $320 or something like that, but they are selling them now for $160. It sounds like a lot, but when you think about how much is in here and what you get from it, it's really an actually very reasonable price, if I can get that out. So let me go ahead and show you what is in the box. So this is a little sleeve that it's in that says it's Young Living Essential Oils from Our Fields to Your Family. Then it has this little box, and it's got like a kind of a magnet opening. And then I'll pop in a picture here to show you the up close, the oils that you get. Those are the ones in the bottles. Then in addition to that, there are these packets, these small packets of essential oils. Some of them are the same as the bottle ones, and some are different. So there's lavender, peppermint, one called Peace and Calming, and lemon. And then there were these little tiny bottles. Aren't they cute? So these are really kind of cute because if you want to share some of your essential oils with someone, you can put a few drops in there and let them try them. What I've also been doing with these is making up some little concoctions. I'll tell you about some of them that I've used with success because just in the few days that I've had this kit, I've already had some pretty amazing, noticeable results with some of these things as remedies. So it's crazy and I'm excited to tell you about it. And then also it includes these little cards. They sort of look like they're business cards, but they're really just cards that tell about different scents. So this one is frankincense, and that has one for lavender, and it has one for peppermint. And so you can hand it to somebody and it kind of tells them a little bit about that. There's a little pop-out thing here. I'm not sure what that's for. I don't know. Maybe you put it, I don't know what that's for. See, let me show you. See? Oh, there's a little hole there. Don't know what that is. Anyway, and I suppose if you were going to do this as a business, you could write your info on there and hand it out to people as well. It is not my intention to do this as a business. Okay, let me go ahead and show you the 11 bottles of essential oil that came with this kit. So there were, some of them are called Vitality, and some of them are just not Vitality. The Vitality ones are ones that you can ingest. So you can take lemon Vitality essential oil, you can put a drop of it in a glass of water and you can drink it, and that's fine. It's not gonna do anything bad for you. And then some of them are ones that are not intended for ingesting. So the ones that I got that were Vitality, and you can take the ones that are for the Vitality ones and use them for other things than, like, instead of putting lemon into a glass of water, I could put it on my skin for something. I don't know why, but I'm learning. So anyway, but these don't have to just be used in your mouth. So this first one is called Copaiba, and this one, you know, I can't remember what all these things are. This one is supposed to enhance any other essential oil you use it with. So if you use it with, you know, one that is supposed to, like lavender, that's supposed to have kind of a calming effect. It's supposed to kind of increase that. I think Copaiba is also supposed to be helpful with circulation. And then this one is peppermint, and this one is lemon, and then this last one is called Digest. I must tell you that this has a nauseating flavor. It's got fennel and some other stuff like that in it. The smell isn't so bad, but I put some in some water because they suggested that, and it was so awful. I couldn't get the taste out of my mouth. They have people also talk, this is for your digestion, by the way. People also talk about taking a drop of this and putting it on a spoon of honey. I think that's the way. I'll have to use it in the future because I just think that this smells horrible. Okay, those are the Vitality oils I got. And then this one, I really like this one. Stephanie had sent me a sample of this and I loved it even then. I was happy they gave me a whole bottle. I don't even know what that smells like, but it's good. Okay, this is called Stress Away. It's an essential oils blend of a different kinds of essential oils. They included a little roll-on, so you can kind of just roll it onto your wrists or behind your, on the back of your neck, and it's supposed to just be calming and soothing and, relieve stress. There's also one essential oil for lavender. This one's called Panaway, which is for pain. If you have sore muscles or just an area of pain, then you can put that on that spot, and it's supposed to help with pain. This one is called Thieves, and it is called Thieves because I think it was some kind of was it like back in Egypt or something? It was like a blend that people would make, and so that the fragrance of it would keep the dead asleep or something like that while they robbed their graves. Something like that. I'm probably way off on that story, but that's kind of the story that is believed to be behind this. This one is like a great one for a lot of different things. It's got a really interesting fragrance. It's not one where you go, oh, I want to diffuse that. It smells amazing. No, not really. It's not horrible and certainly not nauseating like Digest, but But anyway, I have used this in several ways, and I'll tell you about one in just a minute. This one is called RC, and this one has definitely lemongrass, which I think smells like cleaning products, quite frankly. But and it also has like some eucalyptus and stuff like that. It's good for respiratory things, respiration. And then this last one is called, oh, I didn't bring my frankincense. Okay, I'll talk about frankincense in a minute. Purification. This is one that actually you can diffuse in your house, and it will get rid of like smells of fish if you've cooked or whatever. And you can also use it for other things. You can put it in like moisturizer and stuff like that, and cleaning products even, I think. Then there is one other bottle that is frankincense, and I have been loving diffusing that. It smells kind of like you're walking into a spa or like to get a massage, you know, kind of an interesting fragrance and just soothing and calming. And that is supposed to be an essential oil that helps you with grounding and purpose. Now, I don't know if it really does, but I will tell you that I have been using it in the diffuser when I work from home. I'm a writer, and so when I sit down to write, I've been diffusing that. And I am at the very least, just associating that scent with being productive. And so that's kind of become something I've started to do this past week with that. And I really like the scent a lot. I have no idea what frankincense is. Like, where does it come from? Is there a frankincense plant? I don't know. Okay, so I'm so new to all this, I have no idea. All right, so let me though tell you, if this is a new journey for me, and I'm very intrigued by it, and I will do more videos in the future about this as I learn some more things, but I want to tell you about 4 things that I have done this week that had amazing results. Okay, first of all, let's talk about RC. I get kind of I guess what is called a seasonal asthma. I don't wheeze. I've never been afraid that I wasn't going to be able to breathe. But in the spring, I will often get the feeling that I can't get a full breath of air. Like I breathe in, and then it like there's just a little bit more and it stops. And it's just more annoying than anything else. RC and another product they have called Raven, which I have actually since ordered, are supposed to be really, really good for that. And what you do is you just take a drop of this, and when I get the Raven, I will mix them together. So you just take a drop of it and you just put it on your chest. And part of it is, part of the reason that it works is that you're smelling the vapors of it, and part of it is that it's kind of going over the area where your lungs are. And then what I will do is take my fingers that have RC on them, and I just kind of hold them by my nose and, just inhale this stuff. It's got a little bit of it's got sort of a mentholy kind of scent to it. Not completely, but yeah, anyway. So, and what I have noticed is that there have been a few times where I would think, oh, my chest feels really tight, I'm going to use my inhaler. And then I thought, no, let's not do that. Let me just go ahead and use the RC and we'll see what happens. And if it doesn't work, then I'll use my inhaler. So I do it, and then I go I go about my day and realize a few hours later, wow, I didn't even think about my breathing and I don't need to use my inhaler. So that has been a real success. I have not used my inhaler since I got this stuff. And in the spring, I tend to use it, kind of often. Okay, another thing. I was sitting there the other day writing, so I was on my computer, and I was kind of mindlessly scratching a mosquito bite that was on the side of my leg. And not really thinking about it, just scratching it, and then all of a sudden I'm like, man, this thing is irritating, and I thought, ooh, I bet there's an essential oil for that. And so I started thinking, now what would make sense for taking away an itch like that? And so I thought, well, I bet the peppermint would, because peppermint has kind of a cooling element to it. So I just went over, got out the essential oil for peppermint, dabbed it on the mosquito bite, and I'm telling you, within like 30 seconds, I noticed a difference, that it had just drastically reduced in how it felt, in how itchy it felt. and within just a couple of minutes, gone. So you know how when you get yourself to leave a mosquito bite alone, it's hard to leave it alone, but once you finally get yourself to just leave it alone, you kind of don't notice it, and then if you go back and you kind of scratch over it, it starts all over again and gets itchy. This didn't do that. I went back and kind of scratched around the mosquito bite, and there was no itch at all. So that was pretty amazing. Apparently there are about 6 essential oils that will help with getting rid of the itch from a bug bite, and peppermint is one of them, so it was a good guess. Okay, another thing that I have tried, well, here's one thing that I've enjoyed. I made a little concoction in a bottle like this that has a couple drops of copaiba and a couple drops of lemon oil. I heard about this from Ann Dunnington. Hi, Ann, from her channel, Ann's Simple Living. I'll link that for you in the space below. And so anyway, you take a couple drops of lemon, a couple drops of copaiba, and then the rest of it is with olive oil, and just kind of shake that up. You put it on your cuticles and fingernails, and it's supposed to help with circulation, and also the lemon oil is supposed to be really good for just your nails, the health of your nails and your cuticles. Could it just be that could I be seeing a difference just because I'm rubbing oil into my fingernails twice a day? Maybe, but yeah, I've really liked it. My nails have been falling apart lately, and so this has really helped to make my nails, just in the last 4 days, just look, feel a lot more moisturized, and also my cuticles are looking pretty good too. Okay, another thing that was pretty fascinating. This happened last night. I was cleaning off the kitchen counter. There was a bag of something on the counter. I kind of went like this and didn't realize there was a small glass behind the bag, and it smashed on the floor. Glass went everywhere. I'm in flip-flops. So I'm like bending down, trying to pick up as much as I could. And long story short, got a little tiny microscopic shard of glass in my toe, like not in the big part of the toe and not in the joint of the toe, like that sensitive little soft spot that's between those two areas. I immediately felt it. I knew that it was a small little thing, and but I was cleaning stuff up. I had to clean up my floors before my cats came in. And so the whole time it was just kind of annoying me. And then when I was all finished, I sat down on the couch, put on my readers so I could get up close and personal with my toe and try to find this splinter. Kind of ran my finger along it. I could not feel anything sticking out. Tried with tweezers to just kind of blindly see if there was something that would come out. It was still irritating me. And so I thought, well, I guess I'm just going to leave it in there. It's this little tiny piece of glass, and it's not sticking out. And so I guess there's nothing I can do. Then I thought, wait, I bet there's an essential oil for that. And so I went online and looked up some, Young Living remedies for splinters, and apparently Thieves actually has some properties for drawing things out. Remember, I'm new, so I don't know all this stuff. But anyway, there were several different websites where people were telling their stories about removing splinters. I thought, is this even going to work when I have such a tiny little thing? I can't even see it. But I thought, what's it going to hurt? So I put 1 drop on the area where I could feel that the glass shard was. I could see my skin just soak it up immediately. I thought I was going to have to kind of pat it in, rub it around. It's not like oily, because your skin wants to drink this stuff in. It went in there, and then all the websites I read on said leave it for 5 or 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, I went back and I kind of pushed on it a little bit, just thinking that if it did need to work its way to the surface, that I didn't even know where it was in my toe. I could just feel it was there. And you know what? It was gone, absolutely gone out of my foot. Yeah, I don't know where it is, but it somehow left my toe. That was exciting. And then there was the most recent thing. You're going to think, golly, you have all these things that were happening to you. But today I don't want to say I got stung by a bee. I got a bee sting, let me say that, because the bee probably would not have stung me had I not stepped on it. I was in flip-flops, I was out, we have clover in our yard, and the bees love clover, and I was down talking to my cat, so So I was kind of squatting down, and anyway, the bee must have been like on my flip-flop and my heel was up, and then I stepped down. Well, I didn't feel anything at the moment it happened. Let me just say, first of all, I don't have bad reactions to bees. So I didn't really feel it, and then I was walking into the house and I was like, oh, something's in my flip-flop. So I kick it off and I'm like, wow, that is a bee on there. And I thought, God, that's weird. It's a good thing I didn't get stung. And then as I'm walking into the house, I thought, oh, wait a second, maybe I did. So I started feeling something in the arch of my foot, and you know, didn't really see anything as I was glancing down, and I thought, well, you know, maybe this will just be a mild reaction, you know, so whatever. I did find that there was a stinger in my foot, and by putting pressure around it, it did start to sting, and then I could feel that it was hard under the skin, like you know, something was happening, inflammation, something, and so it was hard and uncomfortable, but not horrible. It didn't turn red or anything like that. So, of course, I went online to find out what is a good remedy for bee stings. And so I went, I looked, and there are a variety of things that will work. And there's even one mix that's supposed to be like the be-all, end-all, and it's a mix of like 4 different essential oils. 2 of them I don't even have. And so I thought, well, let's just use the 2 I do have, and that was lavender and peppermint. So I just, you know, turned my foot upside down, and I put 1 drop of lavender on, let that soak in. I put 1 drop of peppermint on, let that soak in. And then, you know, just kind of made sure I didn't put my foot down very much on the floor so that it would have time to completely soak in. The first thing I noticed was that the pain changed from a stinging pain to an itch, and like a deep itch. And so an itch I wanted to try to scratch, and then it stayed that way for a while. It was very noticeably there. It was very noticeably itchy. And then that was probably about 2 hours ago, and I don't feel anything at this point. I don't feel any discomfort at all. Now, part of that, yes, is that I don't have very strong reactions to bee stings, but part of it also is, I mean, it went away very quickly, turned from pain to an itch. So I believe that there is something to that. So those results in just the last 4 days with some very tangible kinds of things are enough to make me really curious about essential oils and all the other things they can do. So you are going to be hearing from me about some of the other discoveries I make about essential oils. If you're interested in Young Living essential oils, and you know, I hear places, the more I read about this, that quality is of utmost importance. If you get essential oil that's cheap, if you just get it on like Amazon and you don't really know the source, or if you go to just a grocery store and pick it up, a lot of people say that they've tried some of that and it just doesn't seem to work because the quality isn't quite as good. But anyway, if you're interested in checking out Young Living, I have put my referral link in the space below, and so you can go check that out. They still have the deal going on where you can get this whole premium kit with the little packets and the little cards and the little bottles, and 11 5-milliliter bottles of oil. And also included in the box was this Young Living product catalog. They had several different things like posters and some little things. This tells about all the oils that are in the kit and what you can use them for. And then there was this little essential oils magazine kind of deal. They have a deal, like if you want to get into it and do sales, that you can do that. I didn't read much about that because I'm not planning to do that. But also they have a rewards program that you can sign up for, and I did. You have to make a purchase every month for some, you know, some more products. I guess you get like 25% of your purchase back in points toward free products in the future, and you get a reduced shipping price. So yeah, so it seems like a good deal. So like I said, if you're interested, click that link in the space below, and let me know what you think of essential oils, if you've tried them or if you have experience with Young Living. I'd love to hear more about it because this is a new journey for me. So thanks so much, you guys, for watching Busy Being Jen. If you're not a current subscriber, hit that button right there. YouTube will let you know when I upload new videos, which is quite a lot, and I hope you'll come along. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.